Piece number 18. Be wise. Grandfather always advised us to be reflective in every situation. Role models are essential in guiding human beings in action and in thought. Our society is increasingly choosing false idols as its models. This tendency will only continue at great danger to our civilization. Take care. It is not the size of the dog in the fight. It is the size of the fight in the dog. This is a truly great quote by the bard, Mark Twain. I think it is fair to say that all of us root for the underdog, the little guy who overcomes tremendous odds to succeed. He takes on the mantle of the hero in our society. Western history is filled with such tales of bravery. I think that all of us can identify with Jason, from Jason and the Argonauts' fame. He overcame all odds to eventually win his throne back, though in the end he died alone and in penury, the result of uncontrolled hubris. This concept of the hero seems to have fallen away from our mutual consciousness, but it is necessary to cement the values for each generation to the subsequent one. Believe it or not, there are real heroes out there in the spotlight: politicians, business and civic leaders, athletes and entertainers. Nelson Mandela, Bill Gates, Geoffrey Canada, Roger Federer, Bono, as well as teachers, coaches, and others in our communities who actually embody the best of what the world represents. They have to be kept in the spotlight by parents, so our children can see them for the real heroes that they are. It is thus up to us as students, parents, teachers, and educators to identify the current heroes and laud and document them accordingly. What is the mark of a contemporary hero, you may ask? A hero represents everything good about society: strong, principled, humble, and decent. They lead exemplary lives, work hard, and care about the world in which they live. Mother Teresa, for example, decided to set up an institution for the poorest of the poor in Calcutta, India. She devoted her life to the starving, disenfranchised, and the unwashed. By 1996, Mother Teresa was operating 517 missions in more than 100 countries. Over the years, Mother Teresa's missionaries of charity grew from 12 to thousands, serving the poor in 450 centers around the world. Mother Teresa was the recipient of numerous honors, including the 1979 Nobel Peace Prize. In 2003, she was beatified as Blessed Teresa of Calcutta. When I was a boy, my champion was not someone imbued with iconic values. My hero was not even human. He was more comfortable in the garden than in a house. In short, he was a bantam rooster. Now, I do not want to be accused of anthropomorphism, but I believe that he, Charlie by name, did not know he was a chicken. He would strut around my mother's small park as if he were a general surveying his battalions. In due course, he killed all the other roosters in the flock. What was remarkable about this animal was that he was only 46 centimeters tall. His personality had only one fatal flaw. When he hated someone, he could not be convinced to change his stance. His glance, rather unfortunately, fell upon our rather large black lab, Max. Max was a peaceful hound, but he could be goaded into a response. Charlie was relentless. He would use every opportunity to attack the poor pooch. Finally, one fateful day, Charlie overreached and lost. Max snuffed the life out of him. The poor dog couldn't believe that the little guy was actually dead and kept shaking his lifeless body and tossing it into the air. This was the rather ignominious end to my paladin, thus ending my need for hero worship. The great philosopher, writer, and intellectual Ralph Waldo Emerson has a thought. A hero is no braver than an ordinary man, but he is brave 5 minutes longer.